Hello friends, I hope you guys are doing well. Oh my goodness friends, look at the tulips. The front is looking so good. If this is your first time, special welcome. I'm in Pennsylvania in zone 7A. Yes, so friends, you know, it was so freezing, then it's been in the 80 degrees, and the tulips, they just opened so quickly, right? So I'm like, let me come out here and give you guys a quick tour before these become spent blooms. Absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, so let's take a walk around the front of the garden and see what is blooming. I hope you guys are doing well and you're enjoying the spring season so far. So in front of us, this is the bed that we did in 2024. Friends, time is just flying by, right? Alrighty, the roses are looking well. I share with you how I prune them and I fertilize them. Look at the foliage, just look at that friends, absolutely gorgeous. Here's the Veronica coming back up, and you know how much I love this Fire Nandina or Firepower Nandina. Tulips coming up, the lilies are coming up. Everything is looking so lush in the garden, friends. All right, so I created this to make a nice entryway. This is the front. Your front entrance, always make sure it's inviting and welcoming, right friends? I'll be inside and I will see people looking at the garden. They will stop and be looking at it, and the joy it brings to me, right? This is not my garden alone. This is for everybody in the neighborhood, whoever want to come and enjoy the flowers. Look at these tulips. Friends, you have to plant tulips. They perennialize in the ground, meaning they multiply, okay? These tulips are coming back stronger. Look at them. This is their second year. Look, see them coming up here. One of my favorites. That one is Shasta Daisy behind there, the Veronica. And you can see the heads on here for the alliums, right? And I did some ranunculus. Here they are. They will bloom for me later down. Here we have tulips again, and then coming across here we have anemones I planted with you guys in the fall. Just look at them, look at that friends, absolutely gorgeous. And then here we have more alliums, and then we have more anemones. And then friends, I want to take a moment to share this with you. Do you remember when we did some seeds in the fall, and I said to you, do some seeds in the fall, right? And you get blooms for the spring season. This is one of them. So here we are. This is the lupine we did together. So just want to put that out there to you. In summer, late summer, start some seeds, put them in the garden, and that way for the following year you will definitely get blooms. And with the lupine, you see like how it looks really bulky? Yes. So those I did in the winter sowing for this year. They will bloom, but it will give you tiny little blooms, and the plant will be smaller. So if you trick them the previous year, they will put on a bigger growth for you the following year. So do them this year in, I would say, summer. Do them in late summer, and then plant them out in fall, and then they would look like this come spring of the following year. Just look at that. I can't wait to see what color that will be. Here we have some daffodils and their last leg. Look at them, the heat. I'm telling you, when it gets hot, the spring bulbs just turn like this quickly. And over here, friends, here's this boxwood. I want to prune my boxwood, like shape it, and I don't know how to do it. My friend up the road says she knows how to, so I don't know if I will just leave it alone and then shape it after. But it's okay looking like this. But look at the growth and this boxwood, friends. And this garden was compliments Lowe's clearance spot, okay? Don't sleep on your clearance plants. I can't stress that enough. And here we have this beautiful Melina rose in the pot. Can't stress enough. If you don't have space, get a nice big pot, put your rose in there. Look at the growth on here, and I even have buds coming out already. Look at that, absolutely gorgeous. Love it. And here's this rose up here, doing well. Everything is looking so lush. When I'm done, I definitely have to go and water in, because it's been like 80 something degrees for the last 3 days, sorry, and it's really hot here. And here we have this obedient plant. It's supposed to be pink, and it spreads. Yes, it's so beautiful. And here we have some lilies I planted out. These we pre-sprouted together inside. And here is the arborvitae balls doing well. Everything is looking good in the garden, really lush and healthy. And then let me take you over on this other end here. Look at this tulip. Oh my goodness, look at this. I want more tulips. I just love them. I may come in and extend this side here, like right there, and just take it out. I do this every year, and I feel like if the garden gets smaller, like it shrink. It's so weird, right? I extend it, and every year I feel like I need to just keep extending. Here's this beautiful tulip here, friends. And these are the Triumph tulip. So when you're planting tulips, check on the varieties you're doing. These ones are really good. The Triumph one, they're good as cut flowers if I wanted to cut them, and they're also good to perennialize, meaning they get bigger and they come back for you the following year. So always do your research when you're putting plants in your garden. It depends on what you're looking for. I can't wait for the anemones. I can't wait for the ranunculus to bloom. I have them dotted all throughout the garden, and this is why I wanted to give you a tour. See, they're becoming spent blooms really quick because of the heat. And then here's this one. This one is the Miranda tulip. This one is the Ruffalo tulip. It's really pretty, but it's different from the Triumph. I personally prefer the Triumph, but the Miranda one is more like a special one. Still beautiful, but just different from the Triumph. Here we have more anemones that we planted together, dotted out through the garden. And then let's come over on this side, and here is the gold medal rose that we planted last week, I think. Waiting, oh look at that, oh nice. The leaves are starting to leaf out, waiting for that, friends. And look at these, already become spent bloom. And then here we have the beautiful coral peony. Look at the heads on here. Oh, I can't wait, friends, for this to open up. And friends, you know, I told you about this tree. Look at it. This one is the red cedar. Let me come over here. Look at it. I'm definitely gonna pull it out. It's gonna get like maybe 30 feet tall. Yeah, not sure if you remember when I told you about this tree here, and it just got bigger. Time just flew away from me. Okay, so I'm gonna pull it out because it will definitely damage my patio here. But I wish the birds had planted a seed elsewhere. This was from the bird's friend. Too close to the foundation. Alrighty, let's move over here. And here you can see these are liatris coming up there. I have a lot of plants in here. And then here we have beautiful double knockout rose. Look how the rose is looking so good. See, don't be afraid to prune your roses. I can't stress that to you. And feed them fish fertilizer from my experience. This is a very old tulip. Look at it. It's holding on. This I think I got from Aldi grocery store, and there's one over there. And then here's the beautiful golden celebration climber. This one is the yellow one. I pruned this, friends, and look at it. Look how lush it is. Let me get closer. Here we are. This is the Pollinator garden bed. These ones again were from Aldi, and actually no, not Aldi. Christmas tree shop. Do you remember Christmas tree shop? They went out of business here in my area. That's where they were from. I keep saying Aldi, but look at the variegation on the foliage. Isn't that beautiful? Look at that. I haven't seen any tulip looking like this. They're so pretty, beautiful. So here we have a bouquet of them. This is a Pollinator garden bed. We have a lot of black-eyed Susans there in the ground. And look at this, friends. Look at this. Oh my goodness. Look at this. Beautiful. And here we have more tulips. These are just starting to open up. Looks so good. After these tulips die off, we have a lot of blooming flowers in here. We have gladiolus. We have black-eyed Susans. We have echinacea. We have tulips. We have alliums. So sweet William also. So something is always blooming in here, right? And the pollinators love it. Look at these lilies. Look at the trunk on this, friends. Oh my goodness, absolutely gorgeous. Look at that. And the alliums in here. And here again, the tulips are coming to an end. Look at that. This is so pretty, absolutely gorgeous. I just love this one. I think this one was called the parrot something, the two colors. And then here is my spirea. You guys know how much I love spirea. Love them so much. Great small shrub to put in your garden if you're looking for a nice shrub. Strongly recommend the spirea. More lilies over here, more alliums over here, and a dandelion looking all pretty there. Absolutely gorgeous, friends. Love it. And friends, sometimes you have to look up. Look at this. I almost forgot to show you the Japanese cherry tree. I forgot the name. But friends, this smells like seafood. Oh, I love it. It was blooming profusely, but you could see some of the blooms coming to an end. As I said, the heat is really making the blooms become spent blooms. 'Tis the season. But this is absolutely gorgeous tree right here. It's a small tree and it's in the middle of the pollinator bed. The bees love it. Love it. It offers really good nectar source for the bees. Alright friends, I hope you enjoyed this video, but I wanted to bring you along and just show you what's going on in the front before these beautiful tulips become spent blooms.